Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the exciting, innovating, and amazing Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one and only Master Propaganda Heroes, like defender of the fatherland of here, top 1v1 on Taranto Coastline. In the southwest, it is Oziligath, gracing us with his tactical skills here as the Deutsches Afrika Corps here with the 16th Panzer Division, 2nd Panzer Grenadier Company northeast. It is JefG. Moving out in the name of freedom and democracy here with the US 3rd Infantry Division with a bit of armored support there in tow. We got Jeeps here in a double scout start. JefG definitely looking to both grab as much as he can, but also mess with the DAK early game. Likely to send that Jeep out here to hunt down the bike, as obviously with the combined arms bonus now being active, possible to also get from the bike becomes a much bigger priority target. As always, big hearty thanks to my Patreon supporters for the continued generous and wonderful support of the Propagandacast, and a big thanks to those who keep commenting and liking on my videos, helps out immensely. See our bike there, obviously much bigger now, and arguably perhaps a bit too big now when you can activate the combined arms bonus. And of course there's also the counter argument that maybe the combined arms bonus at this point should just go away. It's definitely been like one of the reasons why the DAK has been so difficult to balance, is because, how do you balance an ability like that? So that's certainly something there worth considering. Jeep, though, are taking heavy damage. Of course, light vehicles like the Jeep are much more easily damaged. Obviously, they are a lot less bulletproof, which I do think is a big step forwards, as Jeeps just being like bullying infantry squad or just absorbing so much damage. Definitely wasn't ideal. Whoa, he's just going hard on the scouts. Wow, I've definitely seen some players go hard on it, but still it's a bit impressive to see. Then obviously it did slightly, make scout spamming a bit more accessible, though. I don't know if that's going to be a long-term great strategy, but it is certainly something else. So Oziligath here with battlefield espionage. Probably staying clear of Italian infantry, as that's currently a bit faster due to the Guasatori having some problems, and there's arguably also an issue with the L640s. But I think that's more in general just their issue with getting light vehicles overall right. Partly because they insist, it seems, on light vehicles being really difficult to counter, which I don't think is really the way forwards. They want to push light vehicles, but I think for that to work, they also need to make countering them kind of work better. But enough about that. We got scouts here, heavy fighting here. Panzer is pushing forces, scouts doing with the cam, the bolt action rifles, but they're being overwhelmed here, but German troops will obviously outnumber them. Quite aggressive, and of course Oziligath there with the bike buffing them obviously has them packing an even larger punch. We got a 3rd Panzer squad on the way there for Oziligath. Medic station here for JefG. No battle group yet. Could be armored, but could also, for example, be advanced infantry to boost the scouts, turn them into artillery observers. Obviously represent a bit of a boost there in terms of real combat ability. And considering he's got that many scouts, might be worth considering. Or it could be spare cops for, SSF commandos and just keep the scouts as they are. But again, these are the many paths here that are open to JefG against Oziligath and the German army. You'll, of course, have to see which it picks. Light support company for Oziligath and the 16th Panzer Division, which fought in Italy roughly, I think, to mid-1944 before being transferred over to the Eastern Front. It's far west here. There we go. In fact, we do get the advanced infantry, and we do get the artillery observers upgrade here for JefG, so suddenly all of his chaps here got a bit more rugged, and of course can have a 4th chap. So again, that does represent a bit of a boost there to JefG, plus they can do other fun stuff. They don't get rifle grenades, they're like the Pathfinders, but they do have one more guy than the regular scouts. So there you go, hunting down here, the bike, almost got it with the Jeep. He also got veterans on the Jeep. Can he finish it off? But there you go, Jeep turning around in circles there. Driver probably trying not to get nauseous as things are going really fast here. Artillery observers losing Lewis. And he got Eugene there picking up the slack with his squad of artillery observers. Jeep pushing in there, heavily repaired. Another rifle squad here for JefG. So he's going hard on the infantry now. Definitely an unusual strategy here. And unfortunately, of course, for him, he's going hard scouts, as now Panzer is backed up by a bike. Does mean the scouts don't quite get as much map controlling as he would like, at least not initially. He needs to break Oziligath's back here, at which point he can then search through. But until he gets there, he's definitely going to struggle. Some Rangers obviously could go a long way there, but also give him an interesting force composition of, again, smaller 4-man squads. You know, and then with the Rangers basically acting as battering rams.
We have few units available from our light support company.
Light support company upgrade, of course, gives Oziligath the access to the flak feeling and other fun stuff. We'll have to see what it goes for there. Up north there, Panzer gets pushed back. Jeep heavily damaged. Again. Somehow did not get knocked out there by an anti-tank grenade. And back at Oziligath's base, things remain quiet. Likely an ambulance here soon enough. We got weapon support set up for JefG, bazookas, machine guns. Certainly versus the more hardened Panzer grenadiers having a 30 cal out here to help deal with them. Could of course prove to be a really good idea. And in particular, Oziligath of course is upgrading with the MG34. The standard machine gun there for the German army. And in many ways, you know, unique design. At least at that point in the war, where you had a machine gun that could act both as a light machine gun, but also as a medium machine gun. Back then, most armies had two entirely separate machine guns to fulfill those roles. And in many cases, they also typically had various types of ammunition, so of course that further increased logistics. That was also part of the smart thing there with the Germans. They, to some extent, mostly managed to standardize, logistics that way. Mostly. There was obviously still, some caveats like the MP40 and later the Sturmgewehr. Anyways, bazooka teams here out for JefG. Assault grenadiers here arriving, of course, to provide Oziligath and the 16th Panzer Division with a more mechanized, aggressive element to rain down hell upon the Americans. Right, finally goes down. That is definitely a bit of a win here for JefG. His bazooka team is almost ready. And of course, there's definitely one weakness with having all of his infantry almost being pulled off here by artillery observers. They don't have access to any kind of snares. They're much more vulnerable to these kind of mechanized race attacks here. And of course, we get Oziligath there racing through. Charging him an MP40, the machine and pistol in field, and there go free grenade assault. Tries to catch him on a retreat here, doesn't take the bait. Jeep though gets hit in the Haftlandung, which was a particular type of anti-magnetic mine. Yes, I said mine. It was not actually meant to be thrown. You're meant to run up to the tank, attach it, pull the detonation cord, then run out of there. Little fun fact there. Flak feeling have to move forwards here. In the south, we've got Rautskopf versus the Panzer Grenadier. Half-track rolling ahead for Deutschland. Straight into bazooka team, ready to blast them apart. Good shooting there. Of course, we'll likely need to consider another bazooka team here to really have a great effect against it. Could also try some Rangers, and of course, hope to get them upgraded with some bazookas, or pick up some bazookas. And there you go, artillery observer team down. Of course, artillery observers were an actual crucial thing in war. Not just something only the Americans had. The Germans had artillery observers, the British had artillery observers, the Italians had artillery observers. You need to get the drill. It's also common to have artillery observer vehicles, and even artillery observer tanks. Another bazooka team there. Infantry supports and actually finally happening for JefG. Been a while since it got there. Panzer Pioneer Northern Fuel. Again, Oziligath here definitely leveraging the new strength of the DAK. And of course, JefG probably not helping himself for trying out this, newer strategy here. Again, they did, try and push for something like this. But obviously, there's the DAK and the light vehicles. It does have some significant catches. There you go, Panzer being attacked here by the artillery observers. Got a total of 3 squads here engaging the Germans. Panzer Pioneer, they're just hightailing out. They've got Rautskopf coming up to threaten the flank here. Second bazooka team there for JefG and Democracy. And we also get here the improved M9 bazooka rockets. Of course, for extra anti-tank damage, which would of course also benefit any bazooka rangers he might eventually get, if ever. Hard to say, of course, here with JefG. And then got Northeast striking in the assault grenadiers, flak feeling. Bazooka teams I know we need to be seen. And also, crucially, they don't have any real escorts, so Oziligath could effectively keep them away from his light vehicles with a bit of luck and a bit of good tactical distancing. But fortunately for JefG, Oziligath isn't doing that. And there you go, bazooka team's doing a lot of damage with improved rockets, taking the factor down to half health already. But we see, of course, here that JefG extending a lot of his troops that is getting mauled on retreat. He basically having to provide covering fire there. And of course, there's a risk, he gets his bazooka teams wiped. Which would obviously be great here for Oziligath. Motor pool there for JefG, anti-tank guns, Chaffee's Greyhounds. Panzer is being forced there. Veterans 1 got the MD Fed 4 of course at the ready, heading northwards as well. We got that Jeep just blinking away, and we do get Rangers here for JefG, Thompson's, and getting an airdrop there. He's about to get wiped out. There we go. A fun fact, apparently German troops were not keen on the Thompson submachine gun. Part of it was definitely just getting ammunition for it would be very difficult. Unlike, say, with the Sten gun or the PPG-41, they couldn't rely on own ammunition stocks. Because in the case of the Sten gun, it was actually based off German submachine guns, so it just used 9mm Mauser. Parabellum, not Mauser. And the PPG-41 kinda, well, was based off weapons that was based off German pistol ammunition, so they could sort of use their own ammunition for it as well there. Obviously not quite as effective as the Soviet variant, but it could be worse. There was not really the same thing with the Thompson. Apparently they also just didn't like the look of it. So, go figure. Yeah, that was not great here, of course. Form, we got mines as well to make it harder for JefG's bazooka team swinging in. Victory points wise here. JefG's in the lead, and there you go. Bazooka team hits the mine, taking nasty losses, getting suppressed here. JefG strategy is again really struggling against all of this. Heavily.
Is down to 200 points. Enemy forces have captured a victory point.
Grabbing points, seizing terrain. Got the Rangers moving in there. Even got a bazooka there for a bit of extra democratic damage. We got the Funkpanzerwagen. We got advanced ambush training. Not an ability you see picked there very often. Typically, it's the incendiary ammunition there for the anti-tank guns, which is of course basically kind of broken. Never mind, just feels very gimmicky as an ability. Partly because the Germans didn't really have that kind of ammunition for the anti-tank guns.
Victory point lost.
This is one of those very odd inclusions.
Enemy forces have taken our territory.
Meanwhile, Panzer made commander here for Oziligath and the German army. Got the Funkpanzerwagen there, providing nice boosts there. Got that Western victory point. At least with this, we see JefG getting a bit more control, more crucially slowing down Oziligath's victory point bleed. But that said, he is certainly behind in a lot of ways, and we'll need to do some heavier work here against Oziligath to gain more control back. Meanwhile, steady push up Oziligath in the 16th. Bazooka team moving in. Artillery observers getting mauled, and there you go. Nice bazooka flank here. Pulls not enough. Almost got the Funkpanzerwagen here, as Oziligath definitely overstays his welcome there against Rangers. But fortunately for Oziligath, JefG just does not have enough forces to really fully, finish this job here. In the south, fresh push there. We got veteran squad leaders as well now, so obviously 6-man Panzer Grenadiers. Back at base here for JefG, not much else transpiring. Does have the motor pull up. Obviously, we'll yet to see anything like a Greyhound or a Chaffee. And either of those can, I think, arguably see some reason to be used. Greyhound will both help versus the infantry, but even versus the flak feeling and the ambulance, obviously. Chaffee would be much more minded against the light vehicles, not so much the infantry. On Oziligath, of course, he's clearly feeling the rush of success. He's moving ahead here for the big things in life. Meanwhile, for JefG, he continues the fierce fight. Got smoke grenade here, good use there. Basically blocks out the building, any troops too close to it. And allows them to close in this, welcoming breach if he wanted to, which is free for the assault grenadiers, by the way. And there you go, bazooka team again, trying to take out that flak feeling. It's getting repaired while getting shot at, and is suppressing all the bazooka teams in the process. So it's just not working out there for JefG.
Attention, we have Tiger heavy tanks available to us.
South here, Rangers charging in there, cleaving through Oziligath Southern forces here. Panzer's racing in. We got the bazooka team there almost taken out by the assault grenadiers. Greyhound finally happening here for JefG, but again, 14-minute mark, almost 50-minute mark. Not exactly great timing here.
Victory point lost.
Not great at all. Soldiers pushing back the intel observers. Got infantry assault here for JefG. And of course, F Company is being sent in to try and bail out JefG for the current situation. We can blame them up there. Soldiers being engaged, trying to shoot for the ambulance. Yeah, they're going to get into and get out. Greyhound almost ready. Victory points wise, once more ticking against the Americans. German forces are rolling ahead here. We got the resource cache up as well there at Fort Oziligath, running with more fuel. F Company launches for a fierce assault across the southern field. Flak filling moving up here. Could get hammered across the bazooka fire. There we go. A lot of damage. Second bazooka team moving in it. If he can get rid of that flak filling cause, that would be huge. It all just really hard to again, just, you know, again, the nerf was handy, but doesn't really, like, you know, again, just overall doesn't stop it from, like, just being really, really good. In particular for your head, since, you know, I've of course got stronger troops to work with it. This is also the trickier part then of balancing, you know, the deck with all its light vehicles when the infantry is also very, very strong like that. In particular with the combined arms bonus being even easier to trigger.
We have lost control of a victory point.
North here, American forces continue to breach through here. Again, the troop serves can actually make very good headway. In the south there, fighting continues until they're being called in by the captain. Greyhound there, rushing in. But now we got the Panzer IV with more assault grenadiers here. Oziligath strikes back in the name of Das Vaterland. Rangers, they're getting hammered with heavy flak fire. And their position and standing completely collapses. But with this at least, JefG has managed to get like a bit more control in the field here. But he's going to need anti-tank guns now. He's going to need a lot more bazookas. Do mean a lot more.
Commandant, the enemy holds all victory points.
There we go. Triple cap here from JefG. On Oziligath once more. Got the soldiers charging in here. 2 squads. Closing in now rapidly with MP40s. The machine and pistol in field. Greyhound being sent in to assist. And of course he has no way of repairing it, by the way. And that's definitely something JefG needs to fix. He needs engineers. Period. No way he can get around that for much longer. Though he may try to. And there you go. Panzer IV getting hit here with bazooka fire from all sides. Down a half health here. Flak feeling. Letting loose. Rangers, they're getting mauled. Good lord, that was really bad for JefG. More bazooka fire. He almost got the Panzer IV. Could take it out. We do get suppressor fire from the flak feeling, but perhaps not enough. Smoke deployed. Almost got the flak feeling in there instead. And down it goes. After so much pain, after so much consternation, Oziligath finally loses the flak feeling. And we got a chaffee there for JefG. Still commits to it, but still... That was actually a massive win there for JefG, because again, you saw they'd really just constrained action so many times, like just one so many engagements easily for Oziligath there. Even again with that nerf to, like, you know, not being able to find the move, just standing still when supported by a lot of panzer guns means you can still, like, you know, win a lot of engagements very rapidly. That's like the big thing there. Second ground all the way there for JefG. Of course, with this, F Company was able to liberate the north there from the German army. It's got Dean Krauts. Second ground here. I mean, it's definitely a bit of a JefG strategy. JefG, from my experience, tends to like focus a lot on the light vehicle, and of course having a lot of infantry, which I mean is a fair strategy if you like, you know, put some diligence into it. And just cheesing it. And he definitely seems to be not just relying on the cheesy. But obviously, it definitely has its limits. At least he's finally got some engineers out to repair his armor. Can also call in F Company again in a few moments. Surprisingly, I don't think he's actually upgrading his Greyhounds for the 50 cal. Despite again, at this point, they are much more reliant on the 50 cal to actually do damage to infantry. So that definitely helps out the Oziligath troops. But he's not upgrading the Greyhound with that. Again, more bazooka fire on the Panzer IV here. And there goes Assault Column, there Assault Grenadiers, going straight here for the jugular against JefG and the 3rd Infantry Division. Another F Company push here. Unleashing the hounds of democracy there upon Oziligath. Assault gun is being mauled here, but the two Greyhounds, at least as mauled as they can, without 50 cals being directed at them. And there you go, waves of Bazooka Fire going at the Panzer IV. Forcing the tank here to withdraw. Big gap. Assault guns willing to block here. Could throw some smoke grenades who wanted to. Rangers driving, keeping at it here. Assault gun is overwhelmed. Forced withdrawal here in Oziligath. Southern front line here is destabilized. He's bringing up packs. Now he's bringing up machine guns. A good response, of course, to F Company pushes here.
Victory point under enemy control.
North side, though, we see German forces here making steady progress, exploiting JefG's hard focus in the south here. Though, of course, the Greyhounds can respond, and of course could respond better if they had 50 cows mounted.
Our territory is
Just
in
saying.
enemy hands.
So at this point, JefG's managed somewhat of a comeback, but with a very, very low margin for error at this point. He's only got 76 points left as his opponent's 343. He cannot afford, like, any major mistakes. He has to be active, he has to be aggressive, he has to be, you know, looking for any opportunity against Oziligath to exploit. And before they're being fixed up.
A victory point is being taken from us.
A Model G, which was one of the first models there to mount the higher velocity gun there, the L48. Same as used in the Stuka 3G. Of course, you had the later Model H, which featured more armor and crucially armored sides, because then you find out the Model J, which is overall the mass-produced model with a lot of corners cut to expedite production. And obtains the JefG. Another push head on, but again, he does have a lot more forces. Again, he's exploiting this, like, hit the north side, using his artillery observers again to, like, just run in there and, like, just scrap what Oziligath doesn't have, like, you know, nailed down effectively. And the south here, this sort goes on beautifully. With armor and infantry, he pushes ahead here for Deutschland. Greyhound swinging northwards. In the south side, being grabbed with the Panzer Pioneer mines are being laid down. Big push here. Straight into the MD-34 though, which pretty much nullifies F Company. Which is typically why you combine this at this stage with attacks elsewhere. So, like, you know, holding up F Company doesn't, like, you know, when you're the wars, you then have to, like, deal with a major push elsewhere. Thankfully for Oziligath, that is not how JefG is utilising it at the moment, and of course this helps out him up immensely. But there you go, we do get artillery. In fact, he went for rapid artillery barrage. Very fast artillery barrage. In this case, Oziligath did have enough time to get out of there. Close call though. In the north, again, Oziligath expanding control.
How could this happen?
Oh dear, troops actually charge into that. What? Oh, there we go. White. That was definitely a bit of a slip there by Oziligath. Greyhounds and Bazooka Fire, they're engaging the Panzer IV, almost guarded here. We see Oziligath's position slowly collapsing here under heavy American fire. Could this be a comeback here for JefG? It's definitely time to look like it. Oziligath's losses are piling up. He still has a massive lead, though, of course, part of that is just, again, you know, for large part of the match, JefG just relied on scouts here to, like, just do the fighting, and, I mean, they can't really match Panzer Grenadiers.
The enemy has lowered our victory points to 250.
They can't really, like, you know, make up for infantry not being there. They can't pull an infantry roll. I mean, that could be a neat idea. Could maybe also allow them to differentiate the riflemen, balance them a bit better, like the scouts right to, like, the first mainline infantry, and then rifle squad, you know, say, kind of served, you know, more submit to late game. You know, that might open up some opportunities that were, like, willing to explore that idea, but that's another story. Anyways, scout teams are being mauled, artillery observers being mauled. 209 versus 76. Another Panzer IV for Oziligath. No attempt at Tigers. Thumbs up. No, it's not saying you shouldn't go for Tigers at all. They are good, but again, it's always a matter of, like, you know, opportunity cost and such matters. See, and there you go. Panzer IV getting hammered in the south. Rangers in trouble here. Trying to take that southern point, but Oziligath is putting up a fierce fight there. course, this also means now with the 2nd Panzer IV, he's got 3 Assault Grenadier squads. There's quite a few there. Greyhounds continue to not be upgraded. And there goes snared up. Engine is kaput. And infantry assault units again here. JefG summons F Company for another glorious assault in the name of democracy. And for tank, but there goes straight into an anti-tank gun. Do we have grenades here for JefG? I don't actually think so. I mean, he doesn't have enough troops to like really make it meaningful. And there go Panda Force tank themselves sides here. Greyhound's in trouble. First Greyhound down, 2nd Greyhound about to get smoked as well. We do get F Company arriving here just in time to, well, watch north parts of the front there getting eviscerated. Panda Force are falling back here at the side of F Company and the absolute mania that's going to follow in the wake here. Panther Force continues to suffer heavy damage from the bazookas. Assault Gurney sweeping in there, catching the artillery server team there, and they just get out of there rather than face utter annihilation at that many MP40s. Very good move there, of course, by JefG, but Entertain is in trouble. He's got the Horde moving in, no suppressor fire, and F Company so not able to halt them either. And of course, no Greyhounds to boot. So, not looking too smooth here for JefG again. There's a brief glimmer of hope, but Oziligath and the German army have been quick to stamp it out with the jackboots. Bazooka team still flanking in. Could he catch the Panda 4s? That could open up some more room here, of course, for JefG. Oh dear, spot here, but the Panzer Division moving to assist to repair the tanks. Bit of misfortune there for JefG. Bit of damage being inflicted here. Assault goes trouble with the Rangers. VecG Fleet versus VecG Fleet. Oh, I got hosed. But the Assault Grenadiers also expired. And there you go, machine guns on the Panzers. Could see a Bazooka team here go down. 175 versus 62. And another F Company there out of JefG. So continues to champion democracy against the German war machine here. South part of the front, it continues to be heavily defended. That machine gun is giving JefG quite a lot of problems and doesn't really have a lot of great options dealing, like he doesn't have mortars or any other light artillery. There we go, got one Panther 4 here. That is a definite win there for JefG. But with only 50 points left, he needs something with a bit more substance at this point. Like he needs to like really start hurting Oziligath on a much deeper and more fundamental level. Sitting out there. 170 versus 50. Oziligath go for the tank, no goes for the Panzer IV, the Panzerkampfwagen 3 Ausführung L. That's the Model G there, VecG 2 with Oberleutnant Meyer pushes ahead here.
We have command points awaiting assignment.
Punk Panzerwagen spearheading the effort. Finally goes down. Panzer III halfway done. South side of Tilipso met with the MD-34 there. Heading south, it's looking to catch that Panther 4, and there you go, Panther 3 has arrived for Oziligath and the German army. Ranger Squad number 2 here, finally called in for JefG, flanking in there. But caught in the pit between the Panther 3 and the Assault Grenadiers. I don't think I'd have too much success. Bazooka team's going in, but we also got Assault Grenadiers responding to this development here. Assault Grenadiers, though, getting wiped out by the Rangers. And there you go, Bazooka fire slamming into the Panther 3 there. Oh, we got the Assault Grenadiers. They're deploying smoke. That's actually kind of clever there. Just more immediate, and that way it still protects the Panther 4 there. Thumbs up to Oziligath. That was a pretty sharp move.
We have lost control
43 was on a 52. JefG there, engages Spirited Fighting here against Oziligath. Anti-tank and slip service here. Rangers is about to get the assault grenadiers wiped out. Panzer guns moving in. North eastman westwards. Bazooka teams, Rangers, all the move here. I mean, kudos here to JefG, not just relying on the typical strategy, which is, you know, get a lot of anti-tank and install up for the big armor. And he's definitely willing to go his own ways. 2 thumbs up to that. Because the others just, you know, the CoH3 strat. You know, fight a bit in the early game, get some anti-tank guns, maybe light vehicle, install up for the big stuff. That was very much CoH2, and it feels like we're seeing that really happen more and more now in CoH3 as well with these recent patches. They're just kind of falling into that CoH2 pattern, where again, like, anti-tank guns just shut down everything in the mid-game, and then install up for the really big tanks. Be it Sturmpanzers, or EC8s, 105mm Shermans, or what have you. Again, Panther 4s like here. Again, Oziligath didn't rely just either on, you know, anti-tankers either, so, you know, credit to both players here, I guess. Got F Company again here, 120 versus 43.
Proximity alarm near our victory point.
I mean, JefG's got plenty of fuel. The problem is just the manpower. He can't easily spare for this at the moment. But if you could save up for something, I mean, that wouldn't, I think, hurt him. At the same time, it does feel, again, like it's more part of his strategy. Again, we've seen that before, and again, you know, I think that's fine, as long as you work. Rangers, they're routed. Maybe you can fight against the Panther 4 here. Rocket slamming into it. Fighting here is once more absolutely ruthless. And you can see there Oziligath trying to get to that northern point. We got 109 versus 43 here. Two observers of the Panzer Range, they're in trouble further south here. Team heads in mind. We got the Panther 4 then reserve sent in to deal with it. Those engineers are going to get knocked out here if JefG doesn't realize what's going on. Up north, F comes again with Jaws. That means he's got nothing to really protect the point now. Almost had the Panther 4 as well there. Lacking range, wasn't able to do that.
Confirmed. We have 100 points remaining.
99 points left here for JefG. Oh, for Oziligath. I mean, JefG's really been able to do some good work there with Oziligath to an extent, but... Oh, there's another F company. There's obviously some limits here to what he can do. We got a Chaffee now for JefG. Feels more like out of desperation than anything at this point. 92 versus 43 here. Oziligath, though, is definitely not giving up, but neither is JefG. And there you go, we got a Panther diving into the base here, looking to do some damage. Perhaps also, I think, more crucially, this is a diversionary attack meant to keep, like, you know, JefG's attention on his base here. Like, he's sacrificing this just to make sure where JefG's paying attention is not around any of the victory points. It's on his base. That could possibly be what Oziligath is doing. Just creating a decoy moment. Again, like, you know, all of JefG's attention is where Oziligath wants it to be, which, of course, is not around the victory points. And there you go, GG, well played. Game over there. Again, the fact thing in the early game really did a lot there for Oziligath, and again, highlights a bit the issue there's been for CoH3 for a while, which is light vehicles are just too difficult to counter at the moment. Like, if they can get away with what they can get away with, they can absolutely shut down a good part of the game. And that continues to be an issue. Like, even Bazooka team, there just wasn't much they could do. I mean, obviously, they had to get into tank guns, but at the same time, even they can struggle to deal with it because it's so mobile. So, I feel, again, it just highlights that one problem, which they really seem to struggle to, like, you know, get around. It's just, there needs to be more ways of countering and stopping a light vehicle than there currently is, because they definitely seem to have a bit of a problem there, particularly because they do want them to be more effective, but they also then overload the mobilities and then also then make them difficult to counter. Like, at some point, something's got to give. That said, there are definitely some things JefG could have gone better for. In particular, the Greyhounds should have been upgraded with 50 cals. And yeah, no, I feel like some 30 cal, something else to help deal with infantry could also have been an option. I mean, there's other ways you could have looked into it. That said, it was still a very risky strategy to go for all these scouts against the DAK. Against the Wehrmacht, I think that would have worked better out, but against the DAK game with the light vehicles, going so heavy on the scouts, I think is a bit of a tall ask. Still, he was close in the end, so it's not like it was all in vain, but there was definitely some areas he could have improved on. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this match. I learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment. This is Imperial Lincoln. Cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye, everyone.